Good morning and welcome to Tala Talks, where I share my everyday thoughts and everyday experiences. I'm super excited right now. It's a beautiful morning. There's a guy there with his with his surfboard. Right now we are at the beautiful place called Surfers Hostel, and I'm sorry if my phone doesn't reverse the wordings. In other cameras like the Samsung, I'm not promoting it. This is not a paid ad. Yeah, AI is incredible, but in today's video I am super excited to be sharing with you 8 struggles that I experienced as a solo Filipino traveler. And a lot of people, or particularly I wouldn't narrow it down to Filipinos, because I'm sure non-Filipinos will experience this as well, but it's just a bunch of struggles that I go through that I didn't realize would be there. So without further ado, we're in this beautiful island called Siargao, and I can't wait to start this video. We're in paradise, baby. Have my cup of joe. I'm gonna make this video upstairs, so the vibe is a little bit more islandy and we can enjoy the nature that this place has to offer. And there's Emily over there enjoying little pussy over there.
She's helping me.
She is the welcome committee. As people come in here, this is what you'll be expecting. And also Ola over there. So much love. Let's go upstairs. So I'm not sure if I should flip the camera so you can see what this hostel looks like. But I also made a separate video. Look at the surfboards. Obviously, it's called Surfers Hostel. I made a separate video on what this place has to offer. Oops, I've got my cup of joe. I hope all of you are comfortable there as well. I hope you have some nice drink next to you. And yeah, this is gonna be quite a personal video for me. I didn't really think I would be sharing some of my, or 8 of my struggles, but I might as well. So you kind of know what reality I have. Maybe you might think, oh, I've gotten comments of people saying that I'm living the retirement life, and maybe I am, but it's not always rainbows and fruit flying colors. Wait, do fruit colors fly? I don't know, but you get the point. Look at this. In just a few steps, we've made it to Mother Nature. And I wish to send all of you all this nature. I wish to send all of you this island tropical weather. If it's too cold there, wherever you're from, sending you lots of love and tropical vibes from the Philippines. Okay. We are fixing a door, so I do have to apologize if there will be some hammering later, but it's gonna be temporary, like everything in life. So let's just sit over here and I will pause the video every time there is some hammering going on. Okay, I found a nice place here by the stairway. I can see like a little swampy bit there, but oh, it's just so lovely here. And without further ado, let's begin this video. Alright, it's so beautiful here. The first challenge that I go through, especially being a Filipino, is that usually with Filipino families and how we were raised, we always have an amazing family support, whether if it's emotional or even financial, just anything that you need. Yeah, I was raised that way. My parents were very caring and nurturing, and from my friends, their families are the same as well. As I've mentioned in my previous video, we also love to feed, so even if you're not family by blood, we always treat everybody equally, like family. So if you are touring the Philippines or traveling here, it is a beautiful country to visit because Number one, you're never gonna go hungry. You're always gonna be well fed. And Filipinos are just so hospitable and kind and caring. So if you need help, just ask around. And I would say majority of us speak Filipino or at least understand it. Or sorry, speak English. Or at least there's some maintenance going on there. It's actually the owner's birthday tonight of this beautiful hostel. So they're just setting up. But a lot of Filipinos understand English. So if you do need to get around or if you need help, it's gonna be easy enough. You can always message me, send me an Instagram message, join my membership, don't forget. And I would love to help you out. And yeah, that's one of the challenges that I go through. I definitely miss my mom and my dad a lot, especially now that they're in their 70s, their prime years of being in their 70s. It's very easy to think that our time here is finite, but you know, as I notice them aging and I see that their features are changing, and you know, I embrace aging so much, but it's kind of difficult to see them getting old too. I love my family so much, my parents, so I want to spend as much time with them as possible. So yeah, that's just one of the challenges. One of 7 more that I'm going through is, while all of this is so beautiful, unfortunately, I was born and raised a city girl, and the city isn't calling me anymore. I just feel so much more abundance here in the islands, and so that's just one of the challenges, is not being able to experience that emotional support that I get from them physically. So the second challenge that I'm currently going through is having a stable income. And I was working in the corporate world for over 10 years. I am sorry if there's a lot of hammering. In a beautiful island like this, there's always going to be lots and lots of construction. I'll see if there's going to be a better place to continue this video. I'm so sorry. I feel like all throughout this video, I'm gonna be hopping from place to place. But for now, this seems like the most peaceful place where we can stay at the moment. We're still in Surfers Hostel. Number 2 is having a stable income. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that I was definitely in the corporate world for over 10 years. And of course, that gave me a lot of financial stability. And yeah, I was definitely enjoying the income. But over time, I realized that there must be some more meaning to life than trying to hit all these numbers, and eventually I got burnt out. And so I think what happened is I went extremely corporate, and then now your girl is very barefooted and living this beautiful dream and returning to where our home really is, which is with Mother Nature. And I do miss the financial stability and not having to worry about how much I'm spending. But right now, because I don't have that anymore, definitely I do count every peso. And if we search how much is 1 peso, 1 Filipino peso, how much that is in your currency, whether if it's dollars or euros or even yen. I don't know where you're from. Let me know where you are if you are watching. Yeah, for me, every peso really does count, and it adds up to my expenses. So it's a bit challenging right now, even having to rent a scooter to get around or having to pay for food. Right now, I am in a budget hostel, and it's beautiful here. I feel more grounded. Of course, if I had the chance, if I had some some more budget or more financial stability, I would like to give myself a little break from time to time and maybe spoil myself or pamper myself in a more luxurious place. However, I do have to say that those places would be a very once in a while kind of thing, because definitely given the choice, if I wanted something more sustainable, I think being realistic and having nothing pretentious, just being more connected to Mother Nature. For me personally, that's my preference. I love nature, I love the fresh air, and I love everything that is the least man-made. So right now where we are, this is beautiful. Just having no buildings or just being in the jungle. Not a concrete jungle, but this. And if I had more financial stability, yes, treat myself to a nice meal once in a while or go to a nice place very seldom. But regardless, it's forced me or pushed. It's pushed. I'm so sorry, there's construction everywhere. It's definitely pushed me into this lifestyle. I'm still very grateful. And yeah, that's my challenge for number 2. It's very interesting, especially as a Filipino peso earner, as a Pinoy. It is quite a challenge. So we're back in the room. That's my bedroom over there. There's still a little bit of nature outside here, but I think this might be the best place to continue this video. Like any developing area, there is so much construction going on, and so I really am doing my best to make this video as quality as possible with whatever resources that I have. But the next one, and I can very much mention a lot about this, is not having reliable internet. It depends what country you're coming from, but if you're so used to having internet every single day, and like most things, you get desensitized and you tend to take it for granted because it's there all the time. And like, for example, here in my beautiful dorm, I love my dorm actually. Let me show you what it looks like. I've got some stars lit up, and the stars are making my stay here a lot more whimsical and magical. So I do that a lot. I always decorate my place with stars. But the Wi-Fi doesn't connect here as well. There is signal, maybe good to send a messenger message, WhatsApp or Viber, but if you're wanting to have it quicker for a video call, definitely it's not gonna be reliable. And so there are times, especially in a place like this, I'm living quite remotely, they do have power outs, and so everyone talks about generators or solar panels. When the power is out, it means your Wi-Fi is gone as well. And so when the moment it comes back, you are so appreciative for it even much more because it's been taken away from you. And so not having reliable Wi-Fi just makes me feel so much more grateful when it is readily available. And it's one of those things that, especially if you're coming from a city where everything is provided, you've got a fridge with food, and if you don't fancy cooking, you can call for delivery. In my case, because I'm such a vegetarian, I don't even order out, I always eat in. I've got a boiled egg, I've got a banana, and a tomato, which I bite like an apple, and that's my budget food. And so, yeah, it's definitely not having enough reliable Wi-Fi. In a way, when you step out of the city and live in places like this, you really appreciate all the small things, not just Wi-Fi, but proper drinking water. Even AC is a luxury, having that air conditioning, because other places will only have fan, and if there isn't any fan, you just have to pray to Mother Nature to give you some wind. Just all the small basic necessities that we take for granted every day. So I'm very appreciative of all the little things. One I think is very crucial because everyone can relate to this, and I mean every single person. It's our health, and when you have a stable job or a stable income, then healthcare should be a no-brainer, hopefully, if you're earning enough. Usually, if you have an employer or you're employed, they will provide some form of health insurance, and if you are earning enough, definitely you'll be able to afford health insurance. And if you are living in other countries where healthcare is provided for free, that's even amazing. But as a Filipino living in the Philippines here, there are some readily available free healthcare, but it's very rare. You'd have to find those places, and I remember one of my friends saying that getting sick here, particularly where we are now, is a privilege. Oh, not a privilege. It's a if you need to be privileged to be able to get sick, if that's making sense, because Healthcare here isn't looking so great. Number one, we don't have proper hospital facilities, so you do need to travel to neighboring islands like Cebu would be the closest. It would be a 24-hour sail, and that's what I mean. You need to be sort of privileged when you get sick, because in her case, she badly needed to go to the emergency room and she needed to fly out. And flying out can be expensive. My budget plane ticket going here was 3,000 Filipino peso, which actually is quite expensive. When I'm lucky, there is a piso fare, but I didn't get it at that rate. So if you need special care right away, you have to pay for a plane ticket, or just rely on the healthcare that's here, and knowing that it's not going to be the best. So definitely having that reassurance or peace of mind that I'd be able to afford proper health attention or healthcare attention is one of the things that I am facing. I think it's okay now that I don't have as much health issues while I'm still sort of young. But when you get to that age where even if your mind is willing, your body just kind of goes, because that's what aging does. I might have to reconsider my lifestyle, I suppose, but it is something that's brewing in my mind. I feel like I'm not old yet, and I'm not a teenager, I'm not super young, and I do experience some challenges. Like, I've got a spinal issue, my cervical and my lower lumbar, it's just getting a little bit not as great anymore. And I've also recently had tendinitis, which needed some care. And yeah, it's tendinitis is like something on the wrist. They call it Decker veins. So I didn't even know that. I think as I age, I'll be getting to know different health issues or terms for health issues. Maybe, hopefully not. But that's something to think about, especially as time progresses and I travel, especially solo. I don't have any companion with me, that if I need an emergency exit, I would have to cross the bridge when I get there, I suppose. And the next one is transportation. I've mentioned this in my other videos, where in an island like this, you will need to rent a scooter, because it's not going to be as easy as having trains or buses. In the Philippines, we have jeepneys and tricycles. You will require some budget to be able to get around. So what I miss is definitely having inexpensive modes of transportation or ways to commute. When you're in an island and you need to rely on your own resources, renting a vehicle or even having to buy one, buying is not in my vocab at the moment, but having to be able to take care of yourself in terms of movement, how do you get from point A to B, that can be quite challenging. And it's something that I don't take for granted, especially being in cities where you can call an Uber, you can call a vehicle, a Grab in the Philippines is what we call our version of Uber. And so here you definitely need to have connections for people who can rent you a motorbike at the least cost. I'll be making another video about my motorbike rental, so if you're interested, I hope you'll stick around with me for the next few videos. Any information that I can share that would be useful for you, I would love to put it out there, especially if you're traveling in the Philippines for the first time and you're wondering what the rates are. There are times when you will get charged overly, maybe double, if they find out that you're not a local. So it's just some precautions and things to check. You might be so excited when your vehicle comes and not look at the tires. A lot of them could be so smooth that it gets slippery. So I'll go through each and every bit of that of my motorbike scooter in another video, because yeah, it's quite informative and there's a list to go through. I think I won't spend too much time talking about that. I am super excited for this next one, because as you can see, I'm sitting on the floor and it's comfortable living spaces. Now, traveling as a solo Filipino with close to no budget, I would say close to zero budget, I am just having to adjust and be grateful for the places that I can afford. I'm very lucky with Surfers Hostel because, you know, I wasn't sure what to expect, but coming here, meeting the people, they treat you like family. And my bed is very comfortable. As you saw a while ago, I have some stars up there. I'm tempted to show it to you again because, again, I really am so grateful. I really love what I've made. You know, so I wouldn't say beggars because I'm not at that point yet that I'm begging, but you know, vegetarians can't be choosers. If you are on a tight budget and you are living very strict on that, you kind of just have to be, again, grateful and feel so lucky that you have a roof over your head, you've got AC, there isn't any issues with, you know, rats or cockroaches, bed bugs, you know, it's clean, it's hygienic. So again, I'm just so grateful for that. But it's things for you not to take for granted if you are living in the city and you come home to clean sheets and, you know, just all the small things. I think right now there's a term going on called romanticizing your life, which means how do you add romance to your everyday little things? When you make a cup of coffee, can you feel how warm the mug is? When you drink water, does it vitalize your body? Just really appreciating every little moment. So I'm all about romanticizing your life. The next one is social networks. I think I've combined network and connections. Social network. Oh, I'm saying it again. Social networks and connections. Most people, or I actually don't know the percentage, but a lot of people will have all their families and close friends back at home. In my case, a lot of my friends in school already are in different phases in their life. They're married, they've got kids, whereas your girl is still very much unmarried. I don't have kids, and I'm here right now traveling solo, and because we're in two different places in our lives, a lot of my friends in the past are living very different from mine, and we don't connect anymore. There's really not much things we can relate on unless, you know, I have something to say about who my child's doctors are, who their pediatricians are, and, you know, talking about motherhood. It's things that I can't relate to, though I would love to have kids, if I'm being honest, and build a beautiful home here in the islands, live simply, and just treat life like a magical place, or treat this island like a beautiful magical place while raising a kid or two and having my husband there. It's just an idea that is so real in my head, but it is not there. So it would be nice to be able to have that. But going back to this video, yeah, I'm very lucky and blessed to be able to be in this beautiful island because my best friend lives here, and I'm just so grateful to see her and to have that emotional support and even spiritual and physical. We just relate so much. It's in fact when I do go home to the city in Manila that I end up missing her, but I need to go home because I love to spend time with my parents. As I mentioned earlier in this video, they're already in their 70s, and you know, we're only here for a finite amount of time. And so as much as I have my happiness living in the islands, I need to be able to come home once in a while and see my family. Tallulah! Have a cameo. Have a cameo in the video. Hello. Hello. She's back. We are taking a quick break from today's video. I am beyond excited that you're here, and I wanted to take this moment to thank you so much for your support. For those who have sent a thank you, a donation, or who have messaged me directly for donations, Thank you so much from my heart to yours. I am beyond appreciative. I am beyond grateful. It motivates me and inspires me to continue this channel, to send nothing but good vibes and more information that would be hopefully useful and or entertaining as well. If you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it, please feel free to send a thank you. This is how to do it. It's very easy. Though should I mention, YouTube does get 30% of that, and what's left there are tax deductions. Feel free to send a thank you. If you would also like to go direct, this is my email address. Please feel free to send me an email. I'm also on Instagram. You can DM me directly. I will respond. PayPal is also available if you do find it more convenient. If you would like to use a Wise transfer, this is the QR code which you can scan with your phone provided that you have internet. Otherwise, this is my username. Hopefully you'd be able to find me on Wise. I am also on Gcash. Alternatively, this is my Gcash QR code. You would have to open your Gcash app first and then use the app to scan the QR code. I am also very thrilled to mention that I have a membership which you can join, and if you'd like to have a quick chat, ask me questions about anything, I would love to really help you out. And don't forget to join the membership. That would unlock the social media access. When you do join the membership, I am offering a special behind the scenes experience that I don't share anywhere else. I'll take you along with me behind the scenes so you'll know what's going on behind the camera, which is quite exciting. There may be some bloopers and hiccups along the way, but I'd be happy to share that with you. You'll even have the power to choose the next topics for the following videos. Feedback for me is so important, and I would love to know what you would like to see next. You'll have the power to design the next videos that'll be coming out. Help me choose topics, issues, challenges that you might be facing in the Philippines. I would love to tackle all of those topics. You will also be receiving exclusive updates just for you as a member. You can click on the membership link that is located on the description box, and this can be renewed every month. Again, I want to say how much I appreciate you. If my videos inspired you, made you smile, or given you a little escape, I'd love for you to be part of this next chapter. Thank you for being such an incredible part of my life. From my world to yours, with all my love and gratitude, thank you. Last but not the least, I'm super excited to go through this, and it's food security. Now, living at home in the city, and I think this all adds up. Access to food is so much easier. You can call for delivery, takeaway. Again, your girl is a vegetarian, so I don't do that. I just eat what I have here, fruit, veg. But living in the city, things are much easier. And in my case, when I visit home in Manila, my parents are there and the fridge is always full of food. So I don't have to worry about what to eat. But of course, traveling alone here, yeah, I just have to source my own food. You know what? After this video, or later before I end this video, I'll take you downstairs with me and I'll show you my food. I think it's really important for you to see. But yeah, how I eat, what I eat, and yeah, it's just not having enough access to affordable food. The food here in isolated places can be a little bit more expensive because it takes more time and effort and gas, fuel fossils to take it here. So I do miss having easy access to food at a very affordable price. With that said, let's go to the common kitchen area. I'll show you my food and then we'll end the video. Can't wait, let's go. Okay, we got the goods. Right now, this is the common area. But let's set up here and I'll show you what my food looks like. Oh my goodness, the loot. What? Hola. Hola, you are so fast. Every time I bring out my food, I only get to consume maybe 60% if I'm lucky, because everything else goes to this dog. Oh my goodness, right? So because I am lacking a lot of vitamins, I do have turmeric with pepper. I've got my eggs, hard-boiled eggs, and some tomatoes. And yeah, I eat them just like, it's easy enough to eat with just my hands. I don't need utensils for that. And I have some old takeaway pizza. Oh, I already gave you so much this morning. So yeah, that's what I eat. And that's pretty much it. I've got my micronutrients here because yeah, it's got stuff like spirulina, malunggay, and that's my way of making sure that I have some fiber in me. I can always source some bananas, but this is what's on the menu right now. crazy construction. I'll end the video back upstairs. See, you're always eating all my food. How will I ever get enough food if you're eating it all the time? Okay. Hola, such a user. You are such a user. Crazy dog. And we're back here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the time that you put into this video, and it's because of you that inspires me to make more videos like this. If you thought it was entertaining or informative, I'd love for you to I do sound like every typical person that promotes their YouTube channel, but yeah, give it a thumbs up, and please do join my membership. The amazing perks there is that you get to ask questions about travels or anything that you need help with when traveling to the Philippines, whether if it's for work or retirement or just for leisure, and also send a thanks. I'd really appreciate that. But nevertheless, thank you for your time. Love you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.